Letters. Hey, Big Eye says, hey, Dave. Hi, Dave. These nomads are starting to become too commercialized. Everything's about the money donations. They become very self-centered about themselves. It started out trying to make good, entertaining videos about daily life and their struggles and what they need to survive. Now it's about us paying their bills from soup to nuts. Carolyn's RV life really put me off. I loved her channel. To me, it was authentic, as she loves to travel. She loves to refer, to herself. Now she's just the opposite. When she started with the politics, that did it for me. I unsubscribed and barely watch her. I would tell comments about this in her videos, but oh boy, if you dare say something critical, the friendlies jump all over you. It's really a shame. Yeah. Again. There are many nomads to watch, and it's true. There's people build their channels, and it is true. It's like what Less Junk More Journey, what Nate and Marissa down in Cookeville, Tennessee. That's a nice name for a channel. But even they've gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. Now their family has grown, and now they're getting, bigger and bigger vehicles. But they still, I think, keep to the principle of it's all about the traveling and not about the stuff. And, I'm not going to mention any names here, but we've seen, and now not Carolyn. Carolyn hasn't been much about the stuff. She still drives around in her, rather modest RV. But we have seen some other channels get more and more and more about the stuff. And some of these nomads, you gotta wonder if they don't have 5 or 6 storage lockers somewhere to put all the stuff they get sent to them, all the products they get sent to them to pitch. And then we've got nomads that have, more junk, less journey. Nomads that have bought houses and cars and televisions and hot tubs and stuff at thrift. You know what I'm saying? Hey. If you find the person compelling, oddly compelling, and want to keep watching, go watch them. But yeah, hopefully, we try to show you some different channels here on the camodave channel that, kind of people get, that don't over commercialize or over materialize their channels. So thanks for the comment there, Big Eyes. Speaking of simplicity, check out the new one from Bex the Cat Herder, or excuse me, Bex Cat Herder. And her, she just does a really nice video here. I forget exactly where she said this was, somewhere like Utah or something like that. But just she's by herself, and it's really a nice video. And yeah, check it out. Moving camp spots, Lone Rock Beach. Just have to Google it. That's all you gotta do. Lone Rock Beach Campground, Lake Powell, Utah. There we are. Anyway. And I don't usually get heavily into the cooking things, but there she is. There's your casita there. And then she cooks up some bass. Some guys are fishing in a lake nearby, and they gave her some free bass. And this looks delicious. It looks delicious. Some penne, pasta, and man, she put some Cajun stuff on this bass and cooked it up in some butter, with the French chef, and man, it looks good. Oh man, I wish I could transport myself to Utah right now and have dinner with her. Cook me some dinner. Anyway, I wanted to thank Bex for her wonderful. I put several of them up here, as you may see. I got this one from her, and I got that one from her, and of course, ooh, look at that. Ooh, look at that. Anyway, live your Bex life. Now that is contentment. And there's no one else around. Simple Life Big Adventure says, so many smaller channels work hard trying to find beauty than most of the big channel nomads. We love exploring our off the beaten path places, sprinkle in some popular destinations, and bring them to you. I hope we will always keep the spark and be adventurous and grow our YouTube channel, making friends along the way. All right, let's check them out. Simple Life Big Adventures. I'm looking for some new channels to talk about. Oh yeah. So let's subscribe to that one. And of course, I'd love to run your little opening video here, but blame YouTube, because YouTube says, no, Dave, we don't want you running any video at all. Yeah, we're gonna knock you down. Even if you run 3 seconds of it, I don't know. Cozy space for 2, Airbnb, rental near Dollywood. More Dollywood, more Dollywood. Oh, well, they're not far away. You know, hey, I'm here in beautiful Morganton, North Carolina, so which is just a couple hours from Dollywood. So anyway, Central Florida, and all right. So I got them on the sub list here. I'm gonna check them out. Their first boondocking experience there, camping in Michigan, Sheldrake Dam Lake. I like that. All right, now this is pretty. Look at that. Anyway, check them out. I'm gonna check them out. Give me some, I'm subscribing to a lot of new channels here. We're going to see what kind of drama we get from everybody. So anyway, well, or just the simple life big adventure. Everybody does it. Gee, I can't think of a good video today. I'll just show everybody my video setup. You got my video setup, what camera do YouTubers use from story chasing. We got Cosmo Weems, who I just subscribed to, Canon SX740, reviewing wildlife photography. So lots of camera stuff up here. Oh yeah. Rosie's going back to Vegas. Rosie's going back to Vegas. I don't know. I kind of feel Rosie's kind of in a little bit of a quandary right now. Rosie O'Kelly. 5 hours live stream, her IRL stuff going back to Vegas. I don't know. It's like, she hangs around with some interesting people there in Santa Rosa. She makes the occasional trip down to Los Angeles for some funky stuff, and then she goes to Vegas. So that's kind of what her life has been lately. And throw in some Elvis drama for the mix, and spin it all in, and that's Rosie's life lately. I don't know. Okay. Okay. Is that Creeper and his mom? Creeper and his mom checking out the Krispy Kreme there. Doing a holiday donut review in Portland. Hey, yummy, yummy, looks good. Oh yeah. Yeah, if you want to get into the holiday spirit like that, instantly check out the Creeper. That's right. Steve Wyden says, yo Dave, you say YouTube says you can't use clips. Is that telling them clips or everyone else? Because there's plenty of channels that use clips, some extensively, some to comment, etc., etc., etc. I don't know, okay? All I know is that if I use clips, no matter how long they can be, YouTube can issue a copyright strike, okay? Now, I think YouTube is wrong. I think YouTube is unfair. I think there are fair use laws. There are copyright rules, and I'm abiding by them. But YouTube is wrong. However, I can't reach anyone at YouTube to tell them anything, okay? I mean, I basically file appeals, and then I get this form thing back saying, sorry, your appeal's been rejected. So there's nobody at YouTube that's doing anything. It's a bunch of bots and a bunch of people that don't like my channel. You're people that I've covered over the years. For many years, I've covered their channels, and I thought I've been very fair about them. And all of a sudden, they've gotten them, oh, don't talk about me anymore. So I don't know. All I'm saying is that's my experience. And yes, I do see other people using clips and YouTube. And for years, I've been able to use clips. And all of a sudden, people can now hit me with copyright things because of clips. So I can't use clips anymore. I'm just telling you what the reality is. I don't know. I just would advise anybody, and again, my channel is growing. People, a lot of people watch me. I'm out there, so people are paying attention to everything. But YouTube is just a kooky, crazy place that applies its rules differently to different channels, and I really don't think they have human beings out there doing much of anything. It's all bots and artificial intelligence and crazy stuff like that. And there was a channel that I didn't even cover hardly ever that hit me with a copyright strike back in November, and it's like there was no merit to it, but I could not get YouTube to reverse it, and I couldn't find anybody to talk to. So what do? I just have to pull all the clips, and this is okay, I guess, but it's a nutty, crazy place. John W. says, your channel is going to cease to exist if you can't run any clips anymore. Maybe head over to Rumble. I do have some other services that CocoScope, for example. Do go to cocoscope.com/camodave. I'm putting some videos up there. I don't think you're right, John, because there's a lot of channels out there where people just talk, and get lots of views. Look at Glenda Sully, look at Deborah Joy, look at some of these channels where all they put 1-minute videos up and, hi everybody, I cooked some fish for dinner tonight and I went to the doctor and I drove around and went to Walmart, and they get 10,000 views. I'm just saying. I think a lot of it is the cult of personality and stuff like that. And we see these IRLs for 5 hours in real life where people just sit around and walk around their kitchen and just blab. People it doesn't take much content on YouTube to get people to watch. And I think, people like what I'm doing. They enjoy my kind of weird humor. And, I don't think that actually running the clips is going to, it's me. And you know what's even more important than me and my crazy personality? It's the comments. The fact that you can comment and interact with all those fun people here on my channel. So I think everything's cool. I look at my stats. I haven't been running clips now for about a month. Everything's fine. My views are fine. Everything's cool. So, what the heck? What the heck? South Philadelphia, your channel is a blast. You roasting all those characters. Valerie Forsyth, we were talking yesterday about Chrome, Van City Van Life, and how he's saying that a lot of the health clubs there in Canada are not allowing people that are outside their home areas to come and use the clubs. So say if you register for a chain of clubs in British Columbia and then you're in Ontario, you can't use those clubs even though you have a membership. Valerie says, yes, I'm afraid the fitness clubs had to crack down due to nomads using them excessively and disrespecting the rules. Simply RV made a big deal about Planet Fitness not having the showers open and accused them of being was accused of being political. They were just following the rules of the health and the state. I am a member of PF. What? What's PF? No, wait. A member of Planet Fitness. Okay, yeah. I'm still. And they do a nice job, but they're not going to put up with people giving them a hard time for obeying health regulations. I've also heard about some health clubs, too, where they take the showers and turn the hot water off, so you can only get a cold shower, which means that if you want to get a shower, you either got to run in real fast because you're not going to want to stay in that cold water for very long. But they're doing crazy things. It's hard in this pandemic-y thing with running a health club, You got to also realize it from the business perspective. The laws are constantly changing. Right now, it seems like in our state and in other states, every week there are different rules being put down and open this, close that, this, that, minimum, occupancies, this and that. You can't sell booze after 9 or 10. And the rules change weekly, and these businesses have to adapt to that. And it's, and then their customers have to adapt to that. And it's almost impossible to run a successful business right now, Oz Camper Travels says YouTube ads are getting ridiculous. I am only going to watch on my PC with an ad blocker. Sad because content makers will get nothing for their efforts. YouTube is trying to cram ads in every possible place they can, you watch before the videos now, that comes up with this static ad and you have to click on it to get to the video, and then there are ads during the videos, and then they're running ads in the recommendation column on the right there, and they're running ads when you have a subscriber, when you go to your subscriber lists and see all your videos, there are certain ads in that. They're just putting ads everywhere they can. And I think they're having a difficult time. I think, Christmas this year, usually the Christmas season tends to be a big boost for YouTube and their ads and for creators. And I don't see that happening as much this year. It's going to be a very cold Christmas for, I think, a lot of the nomads that are expecting some, nice big cash cow Christmas aren't going to see it. We got a number of people that are saying that Destination Open Road they're constantly looking around for a new RV. They're not buying one. And, and it's like, the Squeaky RV Sales says, you looking isn't potentially buying. In the YouTube world, it is called manufacturing content for views. City Slicker Outdoors says he needs new tires and a transmission for Christmas. Maybe Santa will bring you a new transmission under your tree. Send money. Nomadic says here is how to stimulate life at Quartzsite. 1. Find a large gravel pit and set up camp in the middle, preferably as far away from any source of shade as possible. If possible. 2. Scatter broken glass around randomly to simulate all the pointy flora and fauna. Make sure you wear the flimsiest footwear possible. 3. Have friends that do laps in their ATVs around your campsite intermittently all day, but include night laps as well. 4. Set up disco lighting and play the essiest music you can find until very late at night. You're in a gravel pit. Who's going to complain? And 5, make sure to S in either A, the bushes, or B, a bucket. I don't know. Again, you see all these people. It looks kind of chilly there. They're all bundled up. It's gravel. It's dusty. It's, you know, the dogs are running around. There's got to be dog poop everywhere. People are making noise. There's ATVs running around. There's people playing music till all hours of the night. I don't know, man. It just, you know, aside from the sunsets, it seems like it'd just be, get me a Motel 8 on the interstate. You know, I don't know, man. At least you got a nice bed and, you know, relatively quiet. Who knows? And finally, well, you know, we're getting into this thread here. P.I. Parker. There's this false narrative around that many of these nomads, especially the channels that I follow, that they gave up the rat race, quit their paying jobs, sold their big houses, and chose to be minimalists who live on the road. The truth is they didn't choose minimalism. Minimalism chose them. There are many people who have never had a house or a regular job. YouTube has given many of them the steady income that they never had before. Therefore, when they get a little YouTube success, for example, like you know who, they spend money like drunken sailors. It's not that they lost their way as minimalists. They never were minimalists in the first place. They were just broke, homeless, and jobless. And that's a very good point. There are some people that are choosing minimalism because that's a cool way to live. You know, you don't have a lot of junk in your life. You know, it's a whole lot of clutter, a lot of crap, a lot of bills, a lot of, you know, you're constantly paying your credit card debts. You want to get rid of all that materialistic junk. And there are nomads that actually choose that way of life, and we know who they are. And then there are others, as P.I. Parker says, P.E.A., that have had no minimalism forced on them simply because they're broke. You know, they really don't want to be minimalists, but because they don't have any money and because they don't have a good job and for whatever reasons, they end up living in an RV. But as soon as the money starts flowing in from YouTube and whatever, and merch sales and shilling and internet nomad services, whatever you call it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, they now have money, a little bit of money anyway, at least to go buy stuff, and that's what they're doing, you know. So, you know, you can kind of see who the minimalists are and who the minimalists aren't, you know. Anyway, it's, you know, whatever, you know, it's life is fun, and, you know, take your pick and whatever. I don't know. All right, folks, I don't know yet. I'm trying still in my brain to decide what we're going to do with these Camo Awards. We've got 10 categories we want to present. I want to do 10 different videos. We've got about 2 weeks before Christmas now, so I'm going to be peppering in some videos giving the winners. Now, some people have said we should do some YouTube live streams. We might and announce some winners. I may announce some winners on the live streams on Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. I don't know yet. I'm going to work something out. You know, we may have some extra live streams thrown in, and we'll throw in some other things. So we're just going to have a lot of fun with it over the next 2 weeks. But there won't be one big award show. I mean, like well produced like Aaron did last year. This is the pandemic version. But we're going to milk these awards for all we can in terms of the views. Anyway, I want to thank Peggy and Zachary for the very kind card. Very kind card there. Thank you so much, Peggy and Zachary. Got that in the mail yesterday. If you want to send me some swag, Christmas cards, whatever, there's the address. All right, yeah, I don't know. The mail is coming very slowly. This was mailed from the North Georgia area, and it took 5 days to get here, and we're only like 4 hours away from Atlanta here. So the mail is very, very slow right now. And a lot of people have said, hey, if you got my card, a couple of you guys have sent me stuff, and I still haven't gotten it. I'll let you know. I'll hype it up as soon as I get it. All right, folks, that ought to do it for today. It's the 10th of December 2020. Thank you so much for watching. Happy Thursday. We'll talk to you later. Vlog under.